All right. So wait, what? Didn't they have this hearing to see if they? I, but- okay, hold on. Let's get into this real quick. So we all know that Diddy was found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, two counts. But he was found, well, he was acquitted on the other charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. So we're still awaiting his sentencing. And this past Tuesday, they were supposed to have a hearing. Well, they did have a hearing to see if they could move up his sentencing from the original proposed date of October 3rd. But when they had the hearing this past Tuesday, they unanimously agreed, I guess. I guess they all collectively agreed that they would just go with the October 3rd sentencing date. So, what I don't understand. What was So it says here, look, this is from ABC News. A hearing scheduled for Tuesday afternoon to hear arguments for Sean Diddy Combs to receive an earlier sentencing date was adjourned without any arguments being presented or a new date being set. Defense attorneys and federal prosecutors initially agreed to a September 22nd sentencing date for Combs, according to a joint letter filed Tuesday ahead of a remote hearing set for 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then, shortly before the hearing, attorneys for both sides sent another joint letter to Judge Arun Subramanian saying they had agreed to the judge's original proposed sentencing date of October 3rd. Okay, so I don't even know. Maybe somebody out there knows better than me. What do you guys think is going on with this situation here? They set a hearing to see if they can move up the sentencing date. Got to the hearing and then just agreed to the original sentencing date. So that was just for nothing. A giant complete waste of time as far as I can see it. Um Okay, so we're waiting until October 3rd and to see what Diddy will be sentenced with. So he faces a maximum of 20 years. Now, this is a very fantastical um, thought. I think to think that he would be sentenced for 20 years for us, transportation to engage in prostitution. Two counts of that, where one count is 10 years maximum, so two counts would be 20 years. But he has no criminal record. Considering everything from the trial though and everything that's come to light in regards to him, the judge could very much use that against him and sentence him for 20 years at the maximum. But realistically, people are thinking, even the prosecution was shooting for more like 4 to 5 years. And mind you, he's already been locked up for like 10 months. So now that we're waiting until October 3rd, by that time, he will have been locked up for over a year. So he's facing most likely, realistically, like 4 years at the most. We'll see. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Anywhere from
And what do you think the
oh
penalty should be
oh, what do you
for
think the
these people
penalty
who
should
are,
be?
if
No,
they are found
that just
guilty for
decided to just
charges?
play by itself. But leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Like, what do you guys think his sentencing will be, considering everything that we know, everything that happened in the trial, and everything that he was found guilty of, everything he was acquitted of. Me personally, I think the judge is going to give him that 4 years just to appease the prosecution, to appease the people in a sense. I know people really won't be appeased, but to give Diddy 20 years, I think would be crazy. He might could give him like 10 years, maybe like 8 years. He might, you know what I'm saying, or give him 10 years. He might get out in like 6, 7 years or something like that. But either way, I can't see him doing 20 years. And he definitely escaped doing life. So, with all that being said, this is the updates in regards to Diddy. There's also something that came out in regards to Diddy that I don't even really want to talk about. I ain't okay, we'll talk about it. All right. It's in regards to a new lawsuit that alleges, this is all alleged, that alleges that Diddy took someone to a warehouse in which there were people doing drugs in this warehouse, and Diddy did some things, quote unquote things, with Biggie Small with the Biggie Smalls T-shirt. I guess some clothes that had once belonged to the late rapper Biggie Smalls. He had did some things with a T-shirt, and when he was finished doing the thing with the T-shirt, he threw it at the person that he took to the warehouse and said, "Rest in peace, Biggie." Again, this is a John Doe, so this isn't even a person that is using their real name. We don't know who this person is. These are all allegations at this point, and people at this point can say anything they want to about Diddy, and it's going to be a story, right? So who knows if this is true or not? It's probably not true, but there's always that small chance that it could be true. Uh, Anyways, that's all I'm doing about that story right there. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, love, peace, and light. Love more than you hate. Until next time, flip out.